All right, y'all. So we are back with some very interesting Toshi news, and I'm here with a special guest. This is literally the best trader that I know. His name is God's Entry, and we're going to be going over some Toshi with you. So, welcome to the page, man. How are you doing?
Pretty good, man. It's been quite some time since I've been on. Just been trading in the background, doing my thing.
Yeah, I know you usually stay to yourself, always, always going hard in the market. But yeah,
Yeah,
this is who I actually speak to when it comes down to the market and the things going on and how it's looking, if it's bearish, if it's bullish, what projects are nice. And he's actually gone over Toshi before in the past with me. And he's what really actually it was like what a year ago or something like that. It was a while ago when he put me on to Toshi and was telling me the potential that it had. So yeah,
yeah. I think it was, geez, it might have been May, I believe, last May.
yeah,
But yeah, I've been pretty interested in Toshi. I like a lot of the projects on base. When I'm not trading, the other assets, I'm definitely look around, see what tokens I like.
yeah. All right, so you have
But
some charts for us. You've been looking at Toshi a bit in the market, of course.
yeah, they just got listed on a bunch of exchanges, so I figured I'd take a look at it because now you can actually trade it with leverage. So
Yeah.
that's what I like to do. I like to do leverage trading. I've been doing that quite some time. So seems like it's getting a lot of volume. So yeah, definitely I'll start trading it and taking a look at charts on it. Uh, here's one chart I have here. Let's go to this other chart. Let me see. Not really set up. I kind of just freestyle with you here for a minute.
All right.
So let me go here. This is Toshi on a 4 hour. Let me get rid of this for a second. So we kind of have some hidden bullish divergence forming on the 4 hour. Right here in this middle indicator here is just the R side. It's like real simple, real basic. I'm just gonna do some basic TA here, so I'm not gonna get too in depth. But long story short, here we have hidden bullish divergence forming on the 4 hour. RSI going down, possibly flat like that. Price action running up, bullish divergence. What I'm looking at really here is I pulled up here. I'll just do it over again so you can see how I came to this conclusion.
Okay.
I just pulled my fib from the bottom here up to the top. And for people that don't know, the 0.65 and the 0.618, it kind of forms what they call the golden pocket. So a lot of assets like to retrace to the golden pocket and possibly find support before continuing on an uptrend. So let me pull up, yeah, that's on the 4 hour. So I like this area right here around the golden pocket. If we happen to dip down in there, I would like to see some anywhere in this zone here would be nice. So obviously, if this uptrend doesn't hold, it's not completely formed yet, in my opinion. But I definitely think we can come down here to what's this this 001 area.
Yeah.
If I zoom in here a little bit, let's see what we got. So below, so really technically right now, we had a pretty strong push up here. I don't want to say it's like a blow off top, but when you have so much momentum going up, price definitely needs to come back down and regain it. So find support.
Yeah.
At the moment, we have a bottom here. Maybe we make another bottom here, form some sort of double bottom off of support. That would be my first, you know, area to get back in. Boom, something like that. Move up. You can draw a little trend line. Like I said, this is real basic TA.
Yeah.
You know, it's nothing too complicated here. So really, what you want to see is maybe we bounce here on the bottom. We could bounce off this line. Maybe price fill out this pattern a little bit and then break out. That would be my first choice. If that doesn't work out, I'll expand this a little bit so you can see. If that doesn't work out, I'll expand this a little bit so you can see. If that doesn't work out, I'll expand this a little bit so you can see. If that doesn't work out, I'll expand this a little bit so you can see. If that doesn't work out, I'll expand this a little bit so you can see. If that doesn't work out, I'll expand this a little bit so you can see. If that doesn't work out, I'll expand this a little bit so you can see. If that doesn't work out, I'll expand this a little bit so you can see. If that doesn't work out, I'll expand this a little bit so you can see. If that doesn't work out, I'll expand this a little bit so you can see. If that doesn't work out, I'll expand this a little bit so you can see. If that doesn't work out, I'll expand this a little bit so you can see. If that doesn't work out, I'll expand this a little bit so you can see. If that doesn't work out, I'll expand this a little bit so you can see. If that doesn't work out, I'll expand this We actually have more support here on the bottom if this doesn't hold, but I believe we should get a nice reaction off of here to get a nice trade. At least possibly get, geez, what can we get here? This holds support and we break this trend. You know, you get a nice 50% move back up to here from a trading perspective. That would be my first target. And then obviously I would go to this high here. That'd be my next target. And then ultimately, oops, sorry, I've done this live, which is for a while. Go back up to the top here at the very least. Like I said, we do have pivots here at the bottom. No reason why I'm showing more targets here is because I like to have a plan for whatever happens. So if this zone doesn't hold, I'd like to make another zone. It would probably be right in here. I know it seems like a big drop, but it's actually quite normal. And so I did the fib here. Let me check something here. I just want to do something right here. Well, yeah, it's a 786 falls back in here. The 786, that would be the retracement from this bottom to this high. That would be the next area if this zone doesn't hold. Uh, Obviously, what Bitcoin does is what the rest of the market does. So I just like to have a plan for whatever direction we go. So
So if
pretty
it
much what I see at the moment.
do you think that Toshi could actually go up? Is people thinking that it can go up and have like something crazy happen, like hit 100x? 100x is the number that everyone's been wondering about. How would you tell if something like that could potentially be in the cards, or is it too soon to tell something like that?
Well, I mean, we kind of had a blow off top here. I mean, it's really hard TA wise to speculate something like that. Uh, I prefer not to say how high something can go. I can only go. I like to trade one level at a time.
Yeah.
What's the market cap on it, by the way?
It's about 400. It's about 400. Maybe it broke down into the 400 again, around 500 million.
Okay, so depending on where the market goes, we could get multiple billions, and then yeah, wherever that would take us X wise, that's definitely possible. I mean, what do we have? A Trump coin come out, and how many billions was in that initially?
Yeah, that went crazy.
You know, so anything's possible. Just but from a trading perspective, I don't like to speculate that far away. Just to,
Yeah,
like when I first started talking about this coin, I mean, if I zoom out here for a minute, that was way back here. Like I wasn't even on this chart. I got to go to Dex Tools, Dex Screener to figure it out. But I was calling this token way back here, you know, back in last May. So I mean, if you actually took a percentage from where that was, we'll just somewhere in here. And I did a 9x from there. So
dang. Yeah, that's crazy.
so I just like to see continuation pattern form. Like this is somewhat a excuse me, a continuation pattern. It's kind of flagging out. So well, I like to see confirmation first, just from a trading perspective. But
Yeah.
you definitely see a lot more room in this if the market generally keeps going up, which I believe we will.
Okay.
Like I'm still macro bullish. I can just got any other questions?
No, no. How does the overall market look? So you said that Bitcoin, what's happening with Bitcoin right now? It has a lot to do with how Toshi is going to perform. So tell me
Yeah, I
more about
mean,
that.
I've been trading in the market for years, so it's like, you kind of follow Bitcoin when Bitcoin is like stable. It doesn't necessarily have to go up. Sideways is good. That's usually when the altcoins can make their moves. Uh, as long as Bitcoin stabilizes and continue going up, these altcoins will play. Uh, I can go over to Bitcoin, show you a few things that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
But if you guys want to mark out these zones, this would be, I'll just put some price targets here so maybe people want to see the areas. Like that's a really good zone. I like to look at things in zones, not so much price, exact price. So this is very good support here. That support. So if it came down here, that's a pretty strong buy. I didn't draw this trend line there, but like I said, my first option to see if this holds. And I really like to see what happens with Bitcoin first. I
Yeah.
can go switch over here to Bitcoin. But I'm gonna show everybody like a zoomed out perspective to try, everybody speculates that we're going through hundreds of thousands of dollars. I try to be a little bit more realistic. Anything can happen. Yes, we go into a super cycle, all that. But I don't want everybody to think I'm coming off bearish. I'm just, I like to keep things from a trading perspective. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because then you're mistaking trades. I'm a little bit different than an investor. Like I like to trade the ranges, trade the supports and resistance, and make as much money as possible. But here, this is Bitcoin on a monthly time frame on log scale. So you use log scale. I'm trying to capture the price history of Bitcoin all in one chart. So what I did was I drew this curve here from this top, and I connected all the tops. So if we zoom in here, you can go back and see it touches all the tops. I have a price target of this cycle, like my ultimate price target right now from this, just using this little trend line here on the log scale. It'd be like a buck and a quarter up to 150. And obviously, as we go in time, that line goes up higher. So I
Yeah.
want everybody to notice something though. I know a lot of people may be new. It's not out of the question to get 50% drops on an uptrend. So I'm not sure how many people here the last cycle, but most of your gains in altcoins came right here on this move up here. That's where you got a lot of gains in your altcoins. I mean, don't get me wrong, you got gains here as well, but you got your explosive blow off tops on this move here. So
That's
maybe something like
crazy.
that will happen again. Let me go to, yeah, that's that on the log scale. Let me just show you something else here. Let
Okay.
me get rid of this. I don't have too much set up because I didn't realize I was going to do this. You just asked me. So I'm going to show you one other thing here. Let me get rid of this. I'm trying to explain kind of like why it seems like we're, not that we're topping out, but we're hitting resistance. Like I said, this is really basic. Just taking a trend line from the top of 2017, catching these tops right here. Let's make this brighter so you can see. So we have a trend line here. Got the tops. And that's what we're hitting. Let's zoom in. So currently we're hitting that trend line. So my, all right, so I'm going to give you my bearish perspective. My short-term bearish perspective, it's like, doesn't mean it's the end of the cycle or anything like that. I'm just saying in the short to midterm. I
Okay.
really want to wait for the monthly close, which comes up at the end of this month, and 2 days rather, or Friday, I believe. Uh, then I can get more data, but I believe we could actually. I'm still bullish, even though I believe price at a worst case scenario can come all the way back to this 80K and test this yearly pivot. We would still be bullish. Um, Believe it or not. I mean, it's not a. Whoops. Let's see something here for a second. I'll get into why in a minute.
Yeah, I was
I
just gonna
mean,
ask that.
that's only a 25% drop, really, from the top. It's not much. Uh, it may seem like a lot. It may scare a lot of people, but I would still be bullish all the way to there. Actually, let me pull a fib here. I'm just pulling from the bottom here up to the top. Believe it or not, we have the golden pocket here at 70K. I would even be bullish at 70K. You know, I'm not saying we're going there, but mentally, I like to prepare for anything. So when the market starts selling off, I'm ready to buy at particular price points that I already mapped out ahead of time or charted out in the meantime. Uh, so here, here I got a couple. I got two kind of theories here. Like if we here's the bullish case. Let me finish with the bullish case here. If we happen to close, I want to see a daily close I'm zoomed in here on the daily now. What I would really like to see to be bullish, like for continuation now, would be a close above this high here, like a daily close. If you haven't noticed, we keep rejecting here. This is a yearly pivot. It's the kind of way I trade. I trade pivots. I mean, you can use any tools you want, just what I use. We got rejected from the pivot here once, almost twice, 3, 4, 5 times. But more times you test it, the weaker it gets. But obviously, people are taking profit and or shorting the market here. So you can also look at this as, oops, drawing tool. But anyways, not too good. But you got a double top. You could view it as that. You could view it as this. It's a range. It's simply in a range. And from a trading perspective, you just short the top. Oh, do that real quick. And you long the bottom on the range. That's how you view that, as a range from a trading perspective. It's one way to look at it.
Okay.
So
ultimately
you just, when the price gets here, when everybody gets scared, you're long. When price gets up here and everybody's happy, you're short. You just keep doing it until it stops working, until we break the range. And that would be called range trading, because that's currently what we're doing. We're just ranging. It's not particularly bearish or bullish. Well, let me zoom out here. Let's show you something else I'm looking at. I just did this real quick. So here, let me zoom in here for a minute and see what I got. So we got bearish divergence. Let me get rid of this for a second. So this is going to weekly. Let me just collapse this a little bit. Down here's the RSI. We currently have bearish divergence here. We definitely get a lot of bearish divergence in a bull run. They get negated, but how they get negated is price has to push through and negate that. So we actually have a trend line here. We have bearish divergence. We have a pivot. So you have a lot of things converging in one spot to, suppressing price at the moment. So if we don't close, and that's just the weekly. Let me zoom out to the 2-week. You have it on the 2-week as well, and their higher time frames are more powerful. Not so much on the monthly. Maybe if I use stochastic, we have it. It's not really confirmed yet. We still pushing up. But yeah, in the lower time frames, we have some bearish divergence. Like I said, I want to see the monthly close to get more data. What was I going to say here? We got this here. Oh, that's what I wanted to show you. So let me collapse this for a minute so you can feel that here. So this is stochastic. It's just another basic momentum tool. So as you can see here, I'm not saying this is where we're at, but last cycle, you had your bearish divergence, called the top of the market. I'm not calling the top of the market right now. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm just telling you, like, these divergences do play out. So what I'm really thinking here is I'd like to see price actually come down here to a lower target so we can regain momentum to actually, one, get through this trend line and or pivot. And that just extends this trend line over a little bit further. So that gives us some time. So like if we blast through here right now, we're either going to some crazy super cycle, which I'm not going to call that, or we're going to go into like a blow off top really fast. And then we're going to have a drastic sell off. For the cycle to continue further in the year, I'd like to see price come down here. I mean, my first choice would be like 97. I think it's 97. Let me see here. That's that one. Hold on, I gotta zoom in here. I'll zoom in real quick and I'll zoom back up. Yeah, that's what I want to see here. Like this low right here, like this 92. My first choice right here is this yearly pivot. We come down here. I can see it's come down and test 96, 97. This wick, we come down and test this wick. And then we can push up through this trend line and this pivot and work our way up. That's my bullish, short-term bullish scenario. Now, if we don't find support here, obviously my next choice would be, oops, let me go back here so I can get that trend. My next choice here would be, I got the bottom of the range. You could try that again. See if we come down here, test 92. We can go up. Or this 80 would be nice to come down here. I think I would look at this as another opportunity to get in. And usually what you do when Bitcoin bottoms is right when it bottoms is when you start to layer into your altcoins. I always watch Bitcoin because it dictates what happens in the market. But that would be pretty bullish. We could come down here and bounce, and then we could gain momentum and really push through this trend line, which will come obviously at a later date. So I don't think it's coming to 70K, but it very well could. We never really tested this zone here. I mean, this top here when we broke out this range, this was support. I mean, this was resistance. We broke through. We never really came back down to test it for support yet. So that's very possible too. And believe it or not, that's still bullish for the year from my perspective. Price needs to regain momentum, just continue. We just can't keep going straight up. It's not sustainable.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Really short. I didn't really prepare too much for you. I just figured I'd come on,
All right.
share
So
what I'm seeing.
overall, you're still bullish on Bitcoin, and you think that
Yeah,
we're going up
I'm
from here?
bullish on the market still. Yeah, there's nothing telling me I'm not. This cycle's over yet or anything like that. I just, it looks like we might have to regain some. We got to find support here, regain some momentum.
Yeah.
We're just ranging. Everybody thinks this is a pretty big move. I mean, how long did we range here for? We ranged here for, geez, 200 something days. It's a long time before we had to build up enough momentum to actually keep moving. So I don't believe that's where we're at right now in the cycle. I don't think it's going to take 200 days, but uh, like I said, I want to see the monthly close. It'll give me more data because I can see the higher time frame candle closes and everything else. Um, really before I
All
kind of
right.
think where the market's going. But right now, we look kind of looks kind of not bearish, but short term bearish. Like we might have a local top and maybe have to come down, regain support before we continue higher.
So we're looking for a pullback, and that's a good opportunity to buy before it goes back
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Don't get scared out of your bags if we come down here because it's quite normal. Like in a bull run, like I said, I don't think this is where we're at, but like compared to last cycle, but we had a 50% drop and then we continued up higher. Uh, I believe on the last cycle, it's like 40 to 50% drops on the way up. And I think on this cycle, we've had a lot of 25 to 30% drops, if I recall correctly. Yeah, see. So say we drop 30% from here. Where does that take us? Takes us to that pivot. And geez, it could come all the way back to 70. And that's quite normal, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, you could definitely get a 30% drop. That wouldn't be my first choice, but if it happened, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
My first choice would be all the levels I obviously shared earlier.
All right. Well, that sounds good, man. Thanks for going over it with us. Thanks for showing us the charts and what everything is saying right now. Where can people find you at and support you and follow what you have going on right now?
Hey, just follow me on Twitter. I think I partnered up with Blowfin, so we're gonna start trading. I'm gonna set up a copy trading there for everybody. So they can copy trade me there, and I'm not fully set up yet with the Telegram to get everybody signals, but that's most likely what I'm going to be doing. It's just like in the bull run, I got to focus on trading, and that's just easiest for me just to put the signals there. And, you know, maybe I'll do like a weekly TA for everybody, a weekly market overview. But in these bull cycles, man, I like to focus on making my gains.
Yeah. All right,
So,
so yeah, I'm gonna link to your Twitter so everybody can go and follow you and see more of your TA and also your the copy trading that you're gonna set up so people can jump in and
yeah, you
make
can
some money
sign up
with it.
now. I'll drop the link for Blowfin if you guys want to sign up. That's great. We're going to be starting that shortly. I'll do a tutorial for everybody so they can just, you know, figure out how to use it properly and how I use it and the leverage and whatnot, and we'll go from there. And then talk to everybody through the Telegram, and we'll go from there. You know,
All
get
right,
set
man.
up for everybody. They can follow me trading. So everybody asks me what's going on, they can just follow my trades.
Yep. All right, so it was good having you on. I'm definitely gonna I'll leave I'll like your link. I know he's gonna link it on the video when I drop the video, so you all can go and follow his links and go and check him out and all that. Thanks for coming through. We have a lot more videos coming soon, and we'll probably try to get an update out of them once the market well once the monthly close happens and we get a little bit more information and stuff like that. But yeah, stay tuned. Be sure to follow the page, follow him. And yeah, support everything we got going on. And yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next one, fam. Peace out, y'all.